If you experienced something you didn't like and you have to remind yourself every day that it happened, then what exactly is making it real? Think about it. You say, that happened, that's the truth. But how do you know? You don't have direct access to the past. You only have a memory that appears right now. So, every time you remember it, you are acknowledging it in this present moment and declaring it to be true again. The past doesn't arrive and prove itself to you. You are the one continuously giving it reality. So, if that's how an unwanted experience remains alive, why can't the same principle be applied consciously? The moment you decide that something is true now, you begin experiencing reality from that perspective, and not by forcing thoughts, not by changing emotions, not by trying to convince yourself, simply by accepting a new assumption as true. You don't need to fight your mind, that's important. You don't need to monitor every thought. You don't even need to manufacture feelings. You just decide. You declare that it is done. You declare that this is your reality. And then you continue with your day. And when thoughts about that situation appear, you don't struggle against them. You simply remember from the perspective you have chosen. You acknowledge the reality you prefer instead of automatically returning to the old one. And the interesting thing is that after some time, really very quickly, you'll notice that your thoughts, feelings, reactions, expectations begin aligning naturally with the new assumption. And your desired reality is already present the moment you accept it. So, what people call a time lag is often just the amount of time they assume something should take to be experienced physically. For example, if someone desires to have a child, they may fully accept that reality internally, but yet still expect the physical experience to unfold through what they believe is a normal process. Not because the reality isn't already established, but because their assumptions about how things happen are also part of the experience, which in that case it would be 9 months. So reality reflects not only what you assume is true, but also what you assume is possible. So the moment you assume, the movement begins. The moment you accept that reality exists. So then your life unfolds through the path of least resistance according to your assumptions. That's why manifestation doesn't have to be difficult. You don't have to force thoughts. You don't have to force feelings. You don't have to force actions. You simply choose, you accept, and that's it. It doesn't matter what you think, it doesn't matter what you feel, it doesn't matter what you do. If someone had explained it to me this way years ago, everything would have become much simpler. It is about what you're willing to call true now, and that's it.